So much has happened this summer that I don't know where to begin. Hello there, everyone. It's me, Justin, your EagleSkipper, here with episode 58 of Journey to the Top here at Middlesbrough FC. And also Ivory Coast, because they were the only international team hiring. And, Ivory Coast is not a bad squad. I mean, if we take a look at the nation, don't know why I didn't pop it up, they're 18th in the world. And honestly, they've got a really good team. If we just take a look at the squad that was most recently involved, I mean, they've got this guy, Armand Cisse, who just looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, he's gonna... I should have picked him up. I should have picked him up for Middlesbrough. That's how good I think he can be. But yeah, I mean, we've got a decent team. At least one world-class midfielder. A lot of guys are on the older end of their careers, so I mean, at the very least, this can be a jumping point into a better club, a better nation. But I mean, for right now, we've got that. How are they doing currently? They're in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifying and the World Cup African qualifying section. They are top of their group in the qualifying section, so which we've got coming up for the rest of this calendar year. So we'll be looking to be involved in that. And I'll show you some of the games, probably as an extra episode interspersed throughout. But yeah, we'll see if we can get Ivory Coast to the World Cup at the first time of asking. But I mean, with Middlesbrough, it's transfer special day, and we've spent several £100 million. I mean, let's just take a look at the transfers. Look at the transfer history. Go to last season. Nobody on the outs, but if we look at the people on the ins, we got this guy finally, Patricio Gaviola. I know he's German, so that's probably not how you say it, but I mean, this guy just looks absolutely fantastic. Spoiler: he's going to be playing as a segundo volante, so I mean, he's just a really mental player with some great physicals as well. I mean, he can spot us in center back. His heading's not great, his tackling's not great. He could spot in center back, but really he's going to be our elite midfielder. He's taking over. We also let our head of youth development identify people to fill out our youth teams, and they brought in this guy on a free, so I mean, I'm fine to pay his wages. And if we move to this season, well, we've sold $141 million worth of players, and I mean, Mr. Duckman, former captain, he is a world-class midfielder. He just wasn't doing it for us. I mean, if we just take a look, he had 5 assists last season, but it was actually his worst season that he's had ever. I mean, we just had to let him go. 100 million. They hit his, was it a release clause sort of thing? I think it was. They hit his £103 million release clause, and we're like, okay, go ahead. Also, Nico Deverich goes to Leipzig. Another world-class midfielder that we're just letting go for pennies on the dollar. I mean, that's a good profit that we made off of him. He played really well for us. I mean, just with the emergence of Mr. Duckman, we couldn't play him as much as we wanted to, and he was grumpy, and Leipzig came knocking, so we let him go. Simon Riley, homegrown goalkeeper, never really developed the way that we were expecting him to, and then a bunch of guys went out on loans. But on the ends, Michael Morgan, I think he's another guy that that the head of youth development brought in. But this guy, Lucas Cardona, Argentine goalkeeper, spawned at Racing Club, or generated at Racing Club, has been at Roma and Inter, and I mean, he just looks, he really does look fantastic. Up to £144 million. this is a steep price to pay, but if he can cement the #1 shirt, which I believe he can. I think he's borderline world class as it stands. And he's going to get the opportunity to show it here. I mean, only one eccentricity, one flair. He knows his place, and it's not off the ball. He's got a 2 in penalty taking. Who knows? Maybe he'll supplant Pombo as the penalty taker. Yeah, we also brought in this guy, Emilio Manginelli. Originally had 5-star potential ability by the scouts. I mean, he's pretty good. Argentine international. Brought him in for, what, £4 million? Yeah, he's going to be good. We promised he'd play as an advanced forward, but I really see him as an inverted winger for us. He just is a better version of Wolf Bolton, and about 5 years younger too, so that's good to see. Thiago, another guy from the head of youth development. Matthias Eller from Eupen in Belgium. Okay, he was at this below average Belgian league team in their national team. He's going to be great for us. I mean, he's already considered a wonder kid. Great heading, great jumping, good physicals, good strength for an 18-year-old. I mean, he's going to be fantastic for us. No pressure to start him. He's on here on a squad player contract, and we're just going to watch him develop. I think he can. Brennan Jackson, youth guy. This last guy I'm really excited for, Octavio Gonzalez, came in 4.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's from Cruz Azul in Mexico, comes in as one of the best strikers at the club, but I really see this guy as a midfielder. I mean, yes, he has 13 finishing, so he can probably be an attacking midfield, but with this 18 passing, 18 technique, 16 long shots, he just has like playmaker written all over him. So that's the role I see him fulfilling for us. He's got loads of pace. Octavio Gonzalez, one to look out for. Yeah, if we just take a look at the competitions, where we get a look at the season preview, we're expected to finish 5th. We do have 2 players in the Media Dream 11. Budiev is not on there, but we have Octavio Gonzalez and Patricio Gaviola, so that's good to see. 2 youngsters. And what is our media prediction? Media prediction is 4th. I think we are easily going to surpass that. Board wants us to qualify for the Europa Cup, reach first knockout round of the Champions League, and reach the final of the FA Cup, though the other things are not not important to them, which is good. But today we've got Man City for the 2nd year in a row in the Community Shield, so we're going to be seeing how we stack up against them. And yeah, this is not the team. Let's just do a little quick pick. Who do we want to be on the bench? We can't bring on Pulisic, Gonzalez, or Otasui. All of them are on international duty. Actually, let's have Pombo sit out there, and we'll swap those 2 around. That's fine to see. I really should have done this beforehand, but here we are. Do we want Eller on the pitch? No, not yet. We don't want him starting quite yet. Binks is injured. That's why we've got Brian in search. Anyways, long story short, here is the team that we are going to be putting out to face Man City in the Community Shield. We've got new guy Lucas Cardona in between the sticks. We've got Cortizas out on the left, Brown and Siric in defense, Jean Pavel out on the right, Montiel sitting as an anchor man. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's developed a bit with us. Gaviola sitting as a segundo volante. Vukobrat is now an enganche. Yeah, good vision, good passing. He can do a job there. Pombo out on the wing. Budiev and new guy Manginelli in attack. Let's see how this game goes on. No, I like the attack the way around that they are. Let's submit the team and get into this match, because I mean, we're gonna kick off this season. Hopefully, my goals for this season are winning the Premier League once again, and going out and getting further in Europe, because last season we just flamed out. We were perfect all season long with a very similar system to what we've got right now, but we just sputtered there at the end. The team really was like, we can't have no Americans winning the Premier League. That would ruin whatever. Well, now that it's happened, our team can just pick up and say, okay, fine. We'll help you. We'll help us. We'll help the team. We will help Middlesbrough continue to be at the top. Because now we've journeyed, we've made it to the top, but there's a higher peak beyond. We made it to the top of the hill. Now there's a mountain in the distance. Zonpablo gets a quick little throw in, wants to find Manginelli, but ends back up with Budiaf, finds Pavel. Pavel wants to put in a cross, looks like it was an own goal. We will take it. We will take it because at the end of the day, the ball went into the back of the net. Would have liked to have started off with us actually scoring, but I mean that works too. Manginelli wasn't in the right place, but Chavarria. I mean, can we hire him? Can we hire him? Jose Luis Chavarria. Excellent mustache. 24-year-old, either-footed. I mean, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Great striker. Great striker, I must say. But yeah, goals for the season. Doing all that with Middlesbrough and then with the Ivory Coast, I'd like to see the team progress. I mean, we're 18th in the world going into it. They've lost all 3 games over the summer that I was not there to manage them, so it's not my fault automatically. But really, I want to develop a system that they're comfortable playing and that suits their needs. I'm not just going to pop in this 4-4-2 that I have here. It's really a 6-4, to be honest, not a 4-4-2, but in any case, let's get into the dressing rooms. Tell them to win it for the fans. There's much more to come from you, and I believe in you. That's giving motivation to everybody, but Gaviola, as Man City are kicking it off, and we have a opening highlight, which in this year's version of the game is always scary when you don't have the ball, because 8 times out of 9 they score, especially when they've got Erling Haaland. I know I said 8 times out of 9, I meant to say 9 times out of 8, because, I mean, it was just in the cards. Let's bump up to an attacking mentality. Gaviola's not doing great as the Segundo Volante, but Vukobrot. My goodness, boy, what are you doing? Did you show up today? I don't think you did, because you're going back home. Angel Gomez is going to start next game if you start playing that poorly. Manginelli's also not having a good debut. We'll bring on Marek Barta on for him. See if we can get something going. We have moved to an attacking mentality, and Erling Haaland scores once again. Cardona, just, I bigged him up too much. You know what happens when I big up goalkeepers? Let's demand more from the team, because that was pathetic. Gaviola's looking frustrated. Not great to see. Not great to see. Probably be taking off all of our players who are getting their debuts, unless things turn around. Gaviola does put in a nice tackle. Cortisas gets out of position and lets their guys score. Now is the time that we berate. Let's go very attacking. My goodness. My goodness. What's going on? Berate the team. Montiel, get a tackle in. Get a tackle in. Get a tackle in. What are they doing? All right, Gaviola. You're coming off too. Svanberg. Show what midfielders do. Can we bring on another one? Johan Perez, get in goal. Pombo's having a poor game as well. Gomez is starting to have a poor game. All right, who else can we bring on? Budiaf, come off. Wolf Bolton, get up there. Actually, Wolf Bolton, switch with Pombo. Let's get Pombo in a more familiar position, as our guys are just laying on the ground. What the heck are you guys doing? Oh, this is a disappointing game. Yes, I want to proceed with the tactical changes. Zonpavel gets a throw-in, finds Pombo. Svanberg finds absolutely nobody. Doesn't realize that he is wearing a red shirt. But Brown now has the ball. Up to Angel Gomez. Bolton wants Barta, finds Barta. Barta finds Pombo, who hits the post. Oh my goodness. Guys, what is going on here? Montiel, you're coming off for a center back. Angel Gomez, I want to substitute you off for a left back. My goodness. Okay, we don't need to watch them get the community shield. It's not important. It's unacceptable. You guys, what the heck? We let the fans down. Appalling final score. Well, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's look on the bright side. The bright side is that we have the work cut out for us. So yeah, I am going to be smart this year and take a look at the rules for when the group stage are drawn on the 30th of August. I think we can get one game in between now and then. We'll probably have... Do you want to do the Spurs game? Yeah. Let's have this Spurs game be tomorrow's episode. So, yeah, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please remember to leave a like, drop a comment if you want to name a youth intake player, and subscribe to continue to join us on our journey to the top.